So I recently made a video talking about 5-star wrestling, and in that video I made reference to another promotion called Wrestling Entertainment Series. Wrestling Entertainment Series was another scam promotion that was set to take place in the UK, but never actually happened. I made a video about Wrestling Entertainment Series a few months ago, but there were some issues with YouTube processing, so I'm re-uploading it today on the topic of scam wrestling promotions. So just bear in mind that it's an old video when you hear me talking about certain dates, saying like last week and things like that, because obviously we're in the current day now. Before we get into the video though, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll give you till the 3 count to do that. And be sure to subscribe to Wrestle Club, which I'm hoping ends up nothing like Wrestling Entertainment Series. Wink wink. Subscribe to Wrestle Club, link down below, and let's get right into the video. So, AOP of former WWE fame who were released at some point in the last couple years came back from their hiatus and their weird NFT projects to announce that they would be running their own wrestling promotion. This promotion was entitled Wrestling Entertainment Series UK, and it was announced to be running a 10,000 seat arena in Nottingham at just about 4 weeks notice, and no card announced, which is, to say the least, a very ambitious promotional tactic. About a week later though, the card came out and it was pretty crazy. You had the main event of Adam Scherr versus Alistair Overeem, Nia Jax versus Lana, as well as people like Deonna Purrazzo, Chelsea Green, Mojo Rawley, Tennille Dashwood, Killer Kross, Mike Bennett, Jonah, Lindsay Dorado, Samurai Del Sol, Biff Busick, and many, many more. It was a star-studded card, and it was something that UK wrestling really needs a bit more of, which is foreign wrestlers coming over, these big names coming in from America, and it was just something that British wrestling needs. But the issue is that once again, they were running a 10k seater in 3 weeks advance notice. So, how well is this actually gonna go? I was really interested in the show. I was a big fan of a lot of the people who were on it, and I was going to go to the show, and also got very close to scheduling an interview with AOP themselves, to the point where I was literally texting their manager on WhatsApp. But when I tried to arrange a time and day, I was ghosted by the manager. And then the next day, Chelsea Green put out that tweet saying that the show had been cancelled, confusing everyone as there had been no communication from Wes themselves and their official accounts, until the next day when it was officially announced by Wes that their show had been postponed to what was meant to be today, July 9th. And with that came Deonna Purrazzo, Chelsea Green, and Tennille Dashwood all publicly pulling themselves from the show, with Chelsea and Tennille stating that they had a previous existing booking on that day, so they can't make it to Wes, and Deonna Purrazzo saying that the whole thing has been very frustrating, she won't be appearing, and put postponed in quotation marks in her statement, putting into question once again whether this show is actually happening or not. No one really knows anything about it anymore. And you'd think from here that Wes would start promoting their show for the next month. But no, they virtually went silent only until about 2 weeks before the show, and when they came back to start promoting the show again, the card was entirely different. No Adam Scherr, no Lana, no Deonna Purrazzo, and despite the fact that she was promoted, Nia Jax wasn't actually going to be appearing, and had to clarify this twice on Twitter because Wes just kept promoting that she was showing up when she wasn't. They added some new names to the card as well, including Moose, Steph Delander, formerly known as Persia Pirotta, Eric Young, Big Damo, as well as some BritRes talent such as the She-Wolves, Anastasia, and Zack Zodiac, who is Paige's brother if you aren't aware. And still, it's still a very decent card, but by this point, I think a lot of people were suspicious, if not certain, that this show was not taking place. And eventually the suspicion and certainty turned into full confidence that the show was 110% not happening when Matthew Raywalt, who was meant to be a commentator for the show, wrote a Twitter thread on how he has been absolutely screwed over by the company. So Wes Official TV has cost me time and now cost me income. I was asked to be on this show but had a conflicting booking. I was told they really wanted me and would pay me up front, so as they were former colleagues I took them at their word and passed on my other booking. And since I have been completely ghosted, zero communication. I have friends booked for the show, and luckily some of them have been paid already, but I doubt the show will happen. No travel, hotel, or any pertinent information has been shared with anyone I know. Now I'm also out a weekend of income due to them. Part of that is on me as I chose to forego my other date, but as I said, I was told repeatedly that for sure this was happening and they wanted me to be there. I would be very wary of buying a ticket or the broadcast of this show. Well, that settles it. This show is 100% not happening. They were officially now just being looked at as a 5-star wrestling 2.0. But Wes continued to promote their show until just a few days ago when they released this statement. Dear fans and followers, unfortunately we will have to cancel the event scheduled for this Saturday at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, England. We are deeply disappointed in the news that we have to share, but with so many talent not showing up, we will have no choice than to cancel the event. Our team works so hard on this event day in and day out for the fans to come out with a different type of wrestling event, and believe that we will still be able to show that in the near future. We do want to say that all our talent that was scheduled have been paid in full, and that Lena Finane was paid her deposit as well while she changed her mind and did not want to show up and wrestle anymore. For now, we will have to apologise for this, but we promise that it will not end here. See you soon, Team Wes. Wow, there are so many red flags with this statement. First of all, they completely blamed the talent and said it was them who didn't show up, and they specifically singled out Lena or Nia Jax, almost implying that she was the biggest offender. It was one of the most unprofessional statements I've ever seen. And something that a lot of people also had a problem with within this statement was the fact there was no mention of tickets or pay-per-view purchases being refunded. Luckily, they quickly posted a follow-up tweet stating that all purchases will be refunded. So that's good news. I don't know how many people actually bought the pay-per-view, but it's good to know that all 350 ticket purchasers would be getting refunds. Yeah, that's right. Only 350 people bought tickets to the show out of the 10,000 plus that were available. That is absolutely hilarious and honestly completely expected. 5-star wrestling 2.0. It's uncanny at this point. Oh yeah, also, you know in their statement where it said all wrestlers booked were paid? Well, apparently not, as none of the British wrestlers on the show were reportedly paid. Not only were these wrestlers robbed of a big platform and opportunity for them, and an opportunity to work with some big names, but they've had money taken from them. It's just straight up carny from Wes at this point. But Mojo Rawley, who was booked for Wes as well and was in the UK waiting for the show to happen, bless him, has took it upon himself to host a meet and greet which is free for any Wes ticket purchaser, and any money that is made from people outside that category is going straight towards the British wrestlers who didn't get paid, which is pure class from Mojo or Dean there, so huge props to him for that. And yeah, if you go onto Wes's website now, there's a big banner that says the show is cancelled.